Hello, Beez Bladers. Welcome back and welcome newcomers to the channel. Yeah, that's a lot. We are going to go through 8 knives and 2 multi-tools, all brand new from Swiss Tech. Make sure you subscribe and hit that bell button so you get notified when I put out new content with new releases just like these. And we're going to start this right now. Here we go. All of the knives that you see in this video will be linked in the description so you can go straight to them, check it out, and all that fun stuff. First up, we have the Swiss Tech Werdig. Would you look at it? Just look at it. And I'm going to tell you right off the bat, all the knives, all the folders I'm going to show you are centered. The lockup is in the centered. They have caged ceramic ball bearings and D-shaped pivots. Yeah, you heard me. Yeah, that's right. You heard me. You don't have to adjust your screen. All right, here we go. So this already right off the bat, you do have a lanyard hole and it has really nice red accents. It is a reversible pocket clip. It's not deep carry. You'll have a little bit showing out of your pocket, about that much right there. And this one is the green micarta, and I have to say it has very, very good texture. Can you see it? Just see it. It feels very nice. I'd say the texture is at about a 5. I have this version, and I also have the G10 version I'll show you here in just a minute. Are you ready to see this blade? Pow! Right in the kisser. Now look at this. This is like the quintessential, it just screams perfect pocket knife. Neutral handle, straightforward blade. I mean, there's nothing that sticks out that oh, that's going to mess with my hands or anything like that. I can already tell you that the ergos are fantastic. Going from one end down to the other, these are AUS 8 titanium coated blades. They are not premium steels. AUS 8 steel is a great steel for everyday carry use, not hard use. That's just my opinion. Just from my experience, AUS 8 will sharpen up and hone up very easily. And if you're not used to sharpening knives, this is a great, fantastic steel to learn how to sharpen knives on. But going all the way down, it's a very nice, clean looking knife. And as I said, the lockup is centered. The blades are all centered. This has I really like this red. This red really pops. And the action, it just snaps out. None of these knives are assisted. This is just from pushing down. That is how good of a detent they have. And the action, the blades, once you get past that detent ball, just fall shut. You can reverse flick this. There's not as much room on this side as there is this side, because on this side you have access to the lock bar, whereas this side you do not. But it is comfortable in the left hand and the right hand. For reference, my hand is 4 inches from here to here, 3.5 from here to here, and from the bottom of my palm to the tip of my middle finger is 7.25. And to give you an idea, look at that. Very comfortable. I have large width hands. If you had extra large width hands, you still have enough room for your finger in there. It's very comfortable. You can put your finger up here. It's not a finger tool, but if you're just doing some lightweight, cutting a couple strings, tactical Twinkie box opener, that kind of thing, it's going to work very well. It's extremely smooth. Here is the G10 version. And I do have to say that I kind of prefer this one, red and black channel colors. Really nice looking. The G10 has a good texture to it. It's grippy. Your hand's not going to slip off of it. Let's see if I can give you a little texture vision. Would you look at it? There you go. And this one is just as smooth, just as snappy. And look at that blade. Look for how lightweight this is. This only weighs 2.75 ounces. Doesn't even weigh 3 ounces. And oh my goodness, look at that. These run around 29 bucks. And for quick size reference, I got to put you up against the QSP Penguin. Here's the Penguin. And then, of course, the Civivi Elementum. 2 everyday carry size knives that most people are familiar with, or at least they've seen plenty on the channel. Right there, that perfect everyday carry size, 4-inch handle, 3-inch blade. These knives are fantastic. I don't have much bad to say about them, and I don't talk bad about knives, but as far as nitpicks, sharpening, your sharpened edge is right there at the plunge grind, so you are going to get right to the plunge grind after a sharpening or two, but for an everyday carry knife that you can get by the way, all of these you can get at Walmart. Yes, and I will have it linked. I don't know if you could get them in every store, but these are sold at Walmart. It's Swiss Tech's new line. They're all brand new. And all the knives you're going to see come with a piece of thin paracord that is reflective, and you can make your own little lanyard with it. And so I don't sit here and dote over these and how smooth they are, let's get the next one. This is the Swiss Tech Stamig. Oh yeah, you're like, what is it? What is it? Well, I'm about to show you. First of all, you have a lanyard hold. It does come with that paracord that's reflective. And this is kind of like, it's a dual purpose. You can use this as a money clip and drop it in your pocket, a pocket dropper, or you can use this as a pocket clip. And it does actually work very well as a pocket clip. And yes, this is also D-shaped pivot. It is centered. The blade is centered. The lockup is centered. It has these thumb discs. Now, I would prefer on this particular one to have thumb studs just because of the shape of the knife. And I'm used to holding on to a pocket clip. But this, check out this blade. Would you look at it? Just look at it. This is AUS-8 titanium coated, and this is probably to make it a little more lightweight. This one weighs 3.97 ounces, and then I'm going to show you this one here in just a second. We got some carbon fiber, baby. These have a 3-inch handle and a 2.5-inch blade, and I'll just run down one end down to the other. Look at that. Those thumb discs do look really nice, and I'll show you how the action is here in just a second, but isn't that cool looking? I mean, this is cool. Now, you're not going to be sharp behind the edge. This isn't going to be like, you know, something that you do a lot of like slicing with because your geometry, you only have this much sharpened down here. You know, I think it would have been good if they just would have left this and make it a tall, flat grind. Oh, can you imagine how much of a slicer this would have been had it been a tall, flat grind? So your grind, your secondary, your primary bevel is not that far up, but this is a very nice clean. If you get this out at the break room or something like that, you're not going to scare people when you use this to open your box of Twinkies. Why do I always say Twinkies? I can't remember the last time I had Twinkies, but it is a very sleek looking knife. This would make a great gift. And, you know, if you do carry some cash or maybe an extra card or two, you could use it for that. But as far as flipping out with the thumb disc, it doesn't flip out that easy, and I know with practice that I would probably get it. Now, I did reverse flick this earlier, but I'm not going to try that on camera and end up hurting myself. I would like to get through the rest of these, but this is a pretty cool looking little knife. Here is the same one, but the carbon fiber. Look at that carbon fiber. Yeah, that is nice looking. And yeah, I can't really flick it out like I would like to. I can if I give it a little wrist action, it's easy. So if you do want to get one of these, or if you get one, all you have to do is use your thumb and then help it a little bit with your wrist. And it does come snapping out. And your lockup is right there in the middle, like I said. So this is the Swiss Tech Stamig. These run $29. And I'll show you a quick size comparison with QSP Penguin and the Civivi Elementum up here. And then here's your Penguin for size reference. And if 1/4 of an ounce makes that much of a difference, this one is about 1/4 of an ounce less in weight. Now, for all you fixed blade lovers, I do have one fixed blade to show you. Check this out. This thing is pretty cool. This is the Swiss Tech STAHLERN. STAHLERN. And it comes with a ferro rod. What? Yeah, that's right. And check this out. If there ever was a typical looking bushcraft type knife, this, in my opinion, is what it looks like. No craziness, no frills. It has a very neutral ergo handle. No frills or a bunch of craziness. It has a nice neutral handle. The ergos are fantastic. And your total length is a full tang. It's 8.75 inches. Your blade is a 4.5-inch blade. And look at this. This has the same titanium coating. Very nice and clean looking. And it is AUS-8 steel. And there's a look at that micarta. The micarta on this isn't as grippy as the other one. As far as grippiness, I'd give it about a 3.5. And then you do have the red accent lanyard hole on this side. Look at that. Is that not a clean looking knife? I mean, it is what it is. It is super comfortable. And I thought the ferro rod that's already in the kydex sheath was really cool. And on the top of the spine here, you do have some big jimping, which really doesn't serve a purpose. It doesn't really stop your finger, but you can see there is a notch right here that matches the sides of this ferro rod. So if you want to, start your little bit of fire action, do a little camping type thing, you're good to go. So with your ferro rod in here, it has a comfortable, easy on, easy off pocket clip. And check this out. Yeah, you can have it any direction you want. So if you have it on your backpack or something like that, and you want it to go a different direction, or maybe hang a different direction, you're going to be good to go. The kydex sheath clicks in very nice. Has a nice click, and it's easy to get out, but it's not going to fall out. So you can have this hanging upside down and you wouldn't have any issues at all. I really like it. I like how solid it is, and I think it's a really cool knife. And these run around 39 bucks. Now these next two knives, I don't know, they might just be my favorite just because of how sleek they look. This is the SwissTech Gerundet, and there's two different ones. This one is two-toned aluminum, and that is, oh my goodness, look, you can't see the blade. Look how clean that is. Just enough room up here to get your lanyard cord through. That does come with it. And it has the D-shaped pivot and the ceramic ball bearings. Wait a minute. Let's look at this side. There is your pocket clip. These are T6s. They all have T8s in the pivot, T6s for the pocket clips. And this one is not reversible. Are you ready to see this blade? Oh, yeah. Look at that. Is that not clean? And the Swiss German word for Gerundet means rounded. I mean, kind of makes sense. It's like an elongated pill. It has a 4-inch handle, 3-inch blade, the Aussate titanium coated blade. You got your little lanyard hole. I really love these scales. These are so sweet. And of course, it is centered just like the other ones I told you about. This one is 3.33 ounces. And let me show you the carbon fiber and aluminum. Oh, yeah. Now look at that. Check this out. Let's go from one end down to the other, going all the way down. Look at that. No branding on the blade. Nice and clean. And check out that carbon fiber and the aluminum. The carbon fiber actually does have a little bit of texture. I'd give it around a 3. You can feel it. It does have a good feel to it. And there, look at that. It's just so clean and so simple. I really do like it. The action on these, really good. It has, like, I know that if I put a drop or two of KPL in this, that this would be falling shut. Right now, it takes about 2 shakes, but look at this. You talk about a gentlemanly or a lady knife. Oh my goodness, these things are so sleek. I don't know, there's something about the simplicity of this one, just like with the fixed blade. It has neutral handle, neutral ergos, very comfortable. You know the size of my hand. Plenty of room for my large size hand to fit on there. It's comfortable. There's no hot spots. The pocket clip, I can feel it, but it's not bad. And you can see it's inset into the liners. Nothing to grab your pocket when it's going in and out. Nice sturdy pocket clip. These also are they run like 29 bucks. All of these knives that I've showed you, unless I told you otherwise. But here, I gotta remember to do a little size comparison. Here's the QSP Penguin and the Civivi Elementum. Check these out. Look at that. They're right in line with the size of the Penguin. You know, it's a perfect size EDC knife, right? But I have no complaints with the action of these. They're very, very smooth. I like how the blade disappears and it just looks like the cylinder. It's not a, what's the word I'm looking for? It's not aggressive looking. It's not assuming. It's a pocket knife. This doesn't look like a pocket knife that would scare someone. All right, I'm going to put these bad boys away and wait till you see the next thing on the list. Now, this thing is sweet. Check it out. It comes in a leather case. You open it up. This is called the SwissTech Tack Stock. And look at this. You open it up. You have a set of bits, and this is the tack stock. You pull it out. I'm going to move this over here just for a second. First of all, look at it. You're like, what in the world? Check this out. So on this side, you have inches. This side, you have centimeters and millimeters. And it's a multi-tool on top of pliers. Let me show you what's over here real quick. First of all, you have a can opener, you have a bottle opener, you have a flathead screwdriver, and you also have a file. 2 different roughnesses. Is that the word I'm looking for? And also you can use the end of this maybe to do it. No, I wouldn't pry with it, but it also has a blade. And let me show you this. This is the coolest thing. They all lock, by the way. It has this small blade on it, but to unlock them, you just push on the back right here and it releases them, and then you can shut them again. How about that? So you have those 4 on that side, and then on the inside of it, right over here, you have a Phillips head and a flathead screwdriver, but that's not even the coolest thing. Check this out. When I got this out of the box, I was like, what does this red button do? I could not figure out what the red button did to save my life. I was like, it doesn't lock anything. It doesn't release anything. What does it do? And then I put a bit in, and then I figured it out. Look at this. It's a ratchet. Oh my gosh. I was like, you gotta be kidding me. And you can reverse the ratchet for the other direction. That right there is just the coolest thing ever. It's so convenient. I love that feature. I like that itself that it does. You do have the ability to carry this double-sided screwdriver in here. But now check this out. You ready for the pliers? You just pull it apart and then pow. Look at that. Look at that. And they're spring loaded. Check it out. And they work well. I mean, they're comfortable in hand. I wouldn't say that they're for the heaviest of tasks, but they do have wire cutters that are comfortable in the hand, and I do like that they spring open. There's sometimes when I don't want them to spring open, sometimes I do. I do enjoy that. It has a really nice looking red pivot collar. And something else that's really neat about this set is you pull these bad boys. I like that it comes with this case, and this is magnetic. It holds it square, and it comes with a lot of bits. It comes with all the bits you need to take your knives apart. It comes with T6, T8. I don't know what the rest of them are. I just double checked to make sure it had a T6 and a T8. But you can see right here, all of the bits still oiled from the factory. You have big, wow, you have what, 3 different sizes of Phillips head. So this is a really nice kit. I really like it. This what do you call it? This case is pretty cool, but I do love multipliers, and these are cool to use. Now it does have a pocket clip. You can clip this to something if you want to. And something else I didn't show you, this has magnets. So you can pop this on the side of whatever metal and have these at hand if this is a tool that you use a lot. Or if you have it with you, I would say you would have this and maybe put your favorite whatever double-sided bit in here. This by itself weighs 6 ounces, and with the case and the extra bits, everything all together weighs 10.8 ounces. I really like it. These run around 69 bucks, and are you ready for the next one? Let's get it. Now this right here, this could be the star of the show. The last one was 26 in 1, but it really not because the bits were separate. This is 17 in 1, has a leather case, and you already guessed it, it is some multipliers, and check these out. Look at that. Look at the texture. I mean, this, if you are familiar with rhino lining, it reminds me of rhino lining. I love the texture on these bad boys. And the red, the black and the red, I mean, come on. The red pivot collars, are you kidding me? Let me give you a quick rundown. Look at both sides of it. There's this side, that side, this side, and that side. And now let's open it up and check out these pliers. They are not spring loaded. You have your snips, your regular pliers, and then your needle nose pliers. They do line up. They do line up very nicely. There you go. Now, for your tools, over here you have the can opener, and then this right here I would say would be a seatbelt cutter, or you might be able to use that for other things. You have a small flathead screwdriver, and then right here next to it, check this out. And these all lock, by the way. This is a very nice pair where, how do you open them? Of springy, and they are sturdy. They are very sturdy. I mean, they're not messing around. They're very, I was checking to see how solid, like there is no play, no wiggle, no bend, anything. Very nice scissors, and they are locked, and this is how you release it. Right here. You just push this, and it's easy to push. It is not hard. It's not a fingernail breaker. You put this back straight, and then all I did was push there, and you tuck it back in. Now this side over here, here's the tools. You have a Phillips head, but check this out. On the inside of it is a baby Phillips head. Oh, it's a baby. So you have a baby Phillips head, a regular Phillips head, and then you have a big old flathead screwdriver. So there's all the tools in it. They lock, but now check this out. The coolest things I haven't even showed you yet, here is the blade, and the blade is tight. I imagine this could probably use a little bit of lube, or it could even be loosened up a little bit. This is also titanium coated, AUS 8 steel. Nice little utility blade, and it is a liner lock. It's easy to disengage and shut. And then on this side, you have a serrated blade. Cutting through rope and things like that. Feels very nice, very, very nice. And this is also a liner lock. You just push in, and then you can shut it. On this end right here, you have a very sharp double-sided saw. And I mean, this thing is, whoo, it is very, very sharp. And last but not least, over here, you have 2 sides. You have a very rough, and then not as rough file. So there you go. There's all the tools in this thing, and I think these are only 49 bucks. I think these are very, very nice. Oh yeah, and the name of it, the Practice, actually means practical. Hey, makes sense. So tell me what you think about all of these tools that I've just shown you and all these knives. Do you like any of them? Give me your thoughts. I really do like them. I think it's cool that it's something that Walmart offers now. You can get them at Walmart. And if you can't find them at your local Walmart, I'll have a link to all of them in the description, taking you right to them so you can go check them out. So go watch this video. You're really going to enjoy the knives in this one. And until I see you again, or until I see you on Friday nights, every Friday night at the Hive, remember, live life in the present, keep a Band-Aid handy, and don't cut yourself.